Hello, and welcome back to Thea the Awakening, where our never-ending battle against hunger might actually be coming to a close, which is exciting. So 3 days left of food. We're gonna hit up the Elven City. What is the house? I don't even remember that. I remember the Elven City. This was a bridge, right? Yeah, it was a bridge and it was way off in the distance. Yeah, that's bandits. Divine Quest. Yeah, it has the quest name here. Okay, I have no idea what the house is. I guess I'm going to investigate it on the way through. I got a notification there. Do I have people who aren't doing anything? I do. You, meat stew. That's not going to take you that long. Let's use up the vegetables and herbs. Seasoned mushrooms, not the most exciting meal, but mushroom soup actually could be pretty good. Okay. We'll do that. Use up all those mushrooms as well. And again, we just always want to be crafting with the ingredients as much as possible, which is why the only food that we eat that isn't crafted is our meat, because that's what we generate naturally. Because crafting gives you more copies of everything. Alright. Go to this Elven City.
You see fresh boar tracks. It looks like a large pack.
Let's not go to the Elven City. Let's hunt some boar.
You tried to sneak up on the pack, but you realize you lost the tracks. Just as you were about to leave, you are attacked by the boars.
It's only 4 boars. Okay. Potential for damage here, definitely, especially since we didn't go first. They only get 1 play, though, which is good. Yeah, like, those damage numbers are just so high. Oh, both my warriors are over here, aren't they? Yep. Okay, so we got no confuse. Well, absolutely. Counter offense. We're just gonna knock that out of the fight. Looking at level 4, I don't think I have anything else here. I do have first action, so I'm actually just gonna preempt this. How much are you? You have 22 life? I can do math. Yeah, that's 22. Okay, we'll play you. I shouldn't have played you. I should have played somebody else. That was a poor strategy. I should have played you last and then first actioned you. That's what I should have done. Okay. Since I'm going to first action you, but now I have to first action before I play somebody else, otherwise it's not going to work. So, first action, okay. And then do 25. You don't do 25 damage, but I mean you do 21. I can make you do 24 if I buff you up. I'm not going to bother. It's fine. You'll finish this off in the next run. So we'll play somebody with some defense. Okay. I'll play you first. Play you. And honestly, we don't actually have any need for you guys. Alright.
You have defeated the boar pack.
Are these just regular bones? Yep, just regular bones. We got, ooh, fruit pie. A bunch of leather. Experience. Okay. Just free stuff. The food's important. It gives us an extra day of food for hunting the boar. Well worth doing. Let's try the Elven City again.
You find the tower just as Alice told you. It stands tall, looming over the countryside. Its dark stones show no sign of an entrance, but as you get closer, you see a lone figure sitting outside in a rocking chair. He waves his hand at you and smiles cheerfully. He is an old orc male, dressed in a simple linen shirt and leather trousers, with no visible weapons on him.
Okay, so... Didn't Alice say that it was her boyfriend or something? I kind of assumed I was just going to be an elf, but I guess it could be this fellow. We're looking for someone called Zadra.
I am Zadra, although it is not a name I have used in a very long time. Too long for your years, in fact. How did you hear of it?
I guess I'm just good with names. Yeah, I met this elven beauty, you see. Should we mention her?
Ah, I see you met my Alice. Is she okay?
She's okay, all things. She's not great, man. How would you feel after centuries alone and cursed? Really? I mean, you've cursed her and all. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Right, yes. Stupid question, really. I just meant, is she still... never mind. You're right. I have no right to ask. After all, it is all my fault.
Why would you do it to your lover?
I was young and a fool. We were in love, but as you see, it was not an easy match. My matriarch banished me from my clan, and so I asked Alice to leave with me. The
Okay.
elves were none better than my own people. They too offered an ultimatum, me or them. Alice chose family and duty. She implored me to stay and fight both our people's backward ways. I did not understand. I was so angry. I sought help from dark forces, and they promised me satisfaction. Alas, all they gave was bitterness and regret.
Seems to be really easy to consort with dark forces in this game, I must say. Or in this world. They asked the dark powers to curse Alice.
It was not that easy. Never is. You see, I was a fool tricked by my own lust. A creepy-looking old child haunted my dreams for months, fueling my anger and my desire for Alice until it burned so hot I was ready to do anything. The creature told me that if I gave Alice this enchanted ribbon, she would be mine forever, and she would not speak to, nor see her family
skipped a
anymore.
line.
I was overjoyed. I did it. She took my gift, but scorned me still. I run to this tower, where I met the creature, and the cork revealed his true nature as it laughed at me. From that day, she is imprisoned in her forest, and I am cursed to never leave this tower. Worse yet, it only appears here once every 100 years for mere days.
So can you undo this? I have the red ribbon, if this helps.
The ribbon. So you really have spoken to her. I suppose with this damned thing we could actually try to break the hex. I have been studying this for centuries. Let us try. Will you help?
Ah, I see. I have a sage, but my sage doesn't actually have any magical ability, which is unfortunate. So I guess we're gonna have to say don't like meddling with magic. Unfortunate.
Of course. I understand. Stand back then, and let's hope for the best, eh? The orc begins to prepare for the ritual. He takes his clothes off and paints his body with an elderberry extract. He then throws some rock salt onto the ribbon and sets it on fire. The blaze burns red and sizzles with malicious laughter. In the smoke, you see the face of a wrinkled child.
So I don't really know what we can do to help in this case, so just stand back and watch. And since we don't have any magical ability in our party, our probability of even a one skull hex challenge is pretty much just not going to happen.
Alas, the fight is not going well. You see the orc losing much power. You see the orc twist and contort as he battles the power of the hex. You see the familiar grey ash swirling around the fire. Then, it all stops. In slow motion, you see the stone-clad tower turn to dust, the menacing laughter of the creature from the flames, and then the orc turns into stone and crumbles before you. You don't know how, but you also feel the forest city's fate followed suit.
Okay, we have failed. And as a result, we are now ugly. I've mentioned before, attractiveness isn't terribly important, so I'm probably not going to bother curing this curse. Because we need... attractiveness is really nice if you have a lot of it. But with small values, which I don't have anybody who really specializes in it, not a lot I can do. So that was just a disastrous little event there. I mean, I could stop by the deity on the way home. Let's check out the house, though.
Following the instructions laid out by the shack, you find an old worker's hut, hidden away from prying eyes by a strange, unnatural mist.
Right.
The air around this place is thick and cold. And yet, the mist smells of ginger and honey. The more you look at the house, the more alluring it becomes.
Right, the shack quest.
Within the house, you hear the faint laughter of children, followed by sporadic sobs and even screams. You enter into the main chamber and see a large furnace still burning hot, despite there being no signs of smoke outside. There is a tall stack of old rugs lying by the furnace and nothing else. You hear a crying child as if it were sitting inside the flames.
Okay, we'll approach this
Before
one.
you stands a tall, ragged woman with wild eyes and a crooked grin on her face. She wears a torn-up dress, sadly revealing her dried-up, long breasts. She has long, sharp nails, and her hair is wildly disheveled. Perhaps she was once a young, even a pretty woman, but the form that stands before you now is worn down by forces beyond nature. She stretches out her hands before you. "My children, have you come back to me?"
Okay. 4 skulls. Well, I mean, that 3-skull boar fight was almost trivial, but that's probably the easiest 3-skull fight I've ever encountered in the game, so I don't know about this. We're not a fighting party. Let's take time to consider your options. So, one thing I don't think I've ever actually mentioned, but when you have brown and blue choices here, blue is a unique option that's only available because you've met some sort of criteria. So in this case, this might be because we have a sage. But as it is... we'll try this.
Although you have heard the tales of a Baba Yaga, an evil witch hell-bent on killing children, you have heard from the wise ones that this poor creature is most likely trapped in her own body, dead but unable to die.
Evil witch hell-bent on killing children. Try to remember more. I mean, I guess because proceed with the ritual. We're not capable of that.
She was once a mother who lost her children to a sudden, brutal death, forced to watch helplessly as her kin perished in torment. Her soul died along with her children, yet her body did not, thus leaving a creature tormented from within, driven to utter madness and despair. Some of these poor women indeed become the witches from the tales. In their madness, they seek out children and try to care for them, only to realize that death is their sole gift. This drives them ever deeper into the depths of insanity.
Oh, whatever. Can I just leave? I don't feel good about this, but I'm gonna try it because...
You know how to protect yourself from the witch's curse, but killing her is still not an easy feat. If you strike down the witch with mortal weaponry, she will be banished for a time, but not dead. The only way to truly defeat Baba Yaga is to fight the very curse that befell her, but only those with magic can do that.
Okay. So because we have whatever it is that allowed us to get this conversation option, we've reduced this to a 3-skull fight. So we could probably just banish the witch temporarily. That's not ideal. Run away, come back later once we actually have a mage. I don't really see myself having a mage anytime in the near future. So I'm just gonna do the fight. Okay, Baba Yaga, a Child Wraith, 2 malicious spiders, 4 hulking rats. Okay, so this is gonna be the most interesting fight that we've ever done. 8 on 8. Okay, it's a decent setup here. Now, I could do the goblin first. I have first action. I can run him to the front if I need to. He doesn't have a lot of shielding. Play somebody with some shielding abilities. Malicious Spider. Okay, those are really easy. The Baba Yaga. It's pretty nasty. Yeah, that's a heavy hit. For sure. You know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to confuse her. Because we absolutely need to kill her before she gets a turn. And I guess I'll play the goblin now. There's a chance of going that way. We could shield the goblin. There's also a child wraith, which we don't know what it's going to do. We have this, which would be nice, but we're probably just going to hit a rat or a spider, which, I mean, they don't really matter. They're just fodder. Good first action, you. The reason I'm doing that is you'll kill the spider, means that we'll get 2 hits on you. Okay, 2 hulking rats. That's fine, you have decent defenses. So counter tactic, we could knock something out. It's probably just going to be a rat. We could actually. Oh, you don't have any shielding at all. That's rough. Play you. We'll wait. See what they're gonna do here. Spider. Right, so I can just kill the spider. I think that's what we're gonna do. And then field. Wild Wraith does a lot of nasty damage. Okay. Oh, we're taking hits. Taking hits. Hope I can kill this Child Wraith with what I got. Okay, good.
You defeat the Baba Yaga. As you strike the final blow, her body goes limp and a surge of sickly green cloud explodes into the air. The cloud enters into your body and into your bodies, but worse yet, you can all feel the strange powers reaching inside you and spreading to everyone you hold dear, even those who are afar. You and all the people of your village now suffer from the curse of Baba Yaga. To make matters worse, all you find in the house is a pile of bones and some simple supplies. However, you do discover some of the rags are actually filled with strange writing. Much of it gibberish, but some really useful.
Okay, so solving your problems with violence was not particularly good. This appears to be the episode in which we get a tremendous amount of curses. I found 1 piece of nimblewood, which is like wicker, but better. However, with 1 piece of it, we're not going to ever accomplish anything of use. Now, what is this? Right, elven wood makes you attractive. So we're starting to gain some attractiveness options now. Yeah, so we want to just cure these curses, I think. So we got, what, 2 herbalism on the goblin? That's okay. And then everybody gained a curse, including the people in the town. And then we got a little bit of folklore as well. Oh, it's this kind of curse. So we're just straight up at 5 less life on everybody. Yeah, that's a problem. Check the floor again. Why not?
A strange instinct tells you to inspect the floor, and you discover a hidden entrance. Inside a small dark hole, you find several children. Some are sadly perished, but some can be rescued.
Okay, I'm guessing from that we just got a random number of children, and the number was 1. Okay. What? Okay. Oh, we have people that have so little health that there's a chance that they're just gonna die every single turn because of the curse. Okay, yeah, no, this is absolutely awful. So, we go here, 1, 2, 5. Okay, we can make it there next turn. So we're gonna camp, lowering our chance of actually dying. This is absolutely awful. Goblin Boar Rider, Goblin Warrior. That's fine, we can take it. Yes, these events were really, really bad. And then in the town also... Okay, nobody died. That's good. We got +1 health on a couple of people. 1 traps. +2 health, +1 health. Okay, and those must have been the only 2 who were at risk of dying, so... The village should be safe now, at least. Get some wood. Whoops. Well, whatever. I'm just going to confirm that. Oh no, you're still at risk of dying, apparently. I wonder if going to the deity with not having everybody is... Whatever.
You enter the ruins of an old town, although you only know this because the deity told you so, as there are only stones covered in moss and plant life. But you do see a group of old men, huddled together over a large oaken table.
Yeah, so this is one of the issues with this game, is that unless you have every event memorized, you're kind of discouraged from exploring because you just suffer horrendous consequences for doing certain things. But that's fine. That's why I consider this to be like the roguelike of 4X games. I don't mind it, but there's a chance that this LP could come to a sudden end at some point. We're not near that point yet, but it is the possibility of just getting, screwed over by some of these events.
The deity do not turn to you, but one
What?
speaks. Grandchildren have come. Our help they seek, but are
Oh.
they too weak? Another speaks up. They come for aid, but rules have to be laid. We take our food that will change our mood. A wicker basket appears before you, and you know these forefathers will not speak to you more unless you feed them.
Okay. That's fine. This is risky, but what I'm actually going to do in this situation... New expedition. On the off chance, I don't know if this curse will only heal the people that are present or if it'll cure everybody. So what we're actually going to do is we're just going to abandon the town entirely, which means that we lose the game if an enemy runs into the town. Now the only thing that's run into the town so far was that orc event. So we should be okay. We could also get a random event in the town that would cause an attack, which, again, we could just lose the game for doing this. But... this is how you can get the equipment across. Okay. But what we're gonna do... We're gonna do that. Okay, we want to bring this as well. 41 days worth of food. This will be fine. Expedition 2. I'm gonna come out this way.
Thea is not an easy place to grow up
What?
in, but alas, grow up we must. One of your
Oh,
children
that
has matured
timing.
into a young adult and is ready to join your village and rebuild Thea.
Alright, well, I'm thinking Gatherer because I'm wanting to start gathering that quartz.
Becoming an adult is an important rite of passage. The whole village celebrates this joyous occasion. The youngster places a food offering at the altars of their gods, in thanks and in hopes for a good future.
Okay. This is size 0. Okay, so this was one of the children in this group. This could have been the child that I just rescued. Let's... Oh, is nobody at risk of dying anymore? I thought that these wounds didn't heal, but... I guess we're fine. You only have 4 gathering ability. It's alright, but... Pretty decent weapon. Oh right, you can't use both of them. Okay, well we'll just do that and give you some gear. Split expedition, that's not what I want to do. Okay, we're gonna camp. You guys are gonna... Oh no, I didn't want to camp. Join, okay. Do it this way, I guess.
You enter the ruins of it, but Zirdi do not turn to you, but one speaks.
Grandchildren have come. Our help they seek, but are they too weak?
Another speaks up.
They come for aid, but rules have to be laid. We take our food that will change our mood.
A wicker basket appears before you, and you know these forefathers will not speak to you more unless you feed them.
Okay, so we have two different options. I don't know why we have two different options, but I guess we'll give 50 food this way.
You seek our aid and guidance you shall receive, for each dark curse has its own flavor, and so the relief lies in different realms.
Oh.
You will face a challenge, our child, and if you pass, you shall be cleansed.
Okay, never mind. Am I which quest am I doing right now? Am I curing the actual curse that I care about, or am I curing the attractiveness one?
If your body has been wounded by a dark force and will not heal, cursed you are, and you must speak to the spirits of healing to lift this taint. If your flesh is weakened, you must stand by our table and prove you have the tactical wits to outsmart the curse. If you have been deformed by evil forces, you will sneak up to a water nymph and steal a strand of her hair. We can then lift the curse for you. And if you have been cursed by the darkness itself, you will hunt down Abias, and once you have him, we will transfer the darkness away from you and into the beast. Don't worry, we will shield you from his attacks if you fail.
Okay, so this is the one that we want. We might as well do this too, except that's going to cost us 50 more food. But we'll do this. Forlorn Wraith. Okay, begin combat. So yeah, we've got everybody here. This should be pretty easy. And we get to go first. Counter offense, we don't have anything. We do have counter tactics. So let's just counter tactics. Oh. Okay, this is a joke. Yeah. Okay, let's just... Alright. That should be more than enough. Let's just start. Okay.
You have proven yourselves to be worthy offspring. We take the curses away from your souls. Return if you need aid once more.
Okay. We did gain experience for that, so you know what?
You enter the ruins, but Zirdi do not turn to you.
You seek our aid and if your body has been...
Alright, let's do this one as well. Oh, we got two actions first. Oh, well, counter offense. Counter offense. Okay. We get one. We're going to counter tactic, get rid of that. And then... get closer. That should be fine. I don't want to waste time with all of the... low damages.
You have proven yourselves to be worthy offspring. We take the curses away from your souls. Return if you need aid once more.
Okay. Still have 8 days worth of food. That's good. Unfortunately, this means that we've just burned through our food stockpile, but... oh well. I probably shouldn't mess around with equipment too much while we're here, because... We're just gonna have to do everything when we get back to town. Okay. Everybody back in town. Well, this was an eventful episode. All sorts of things went wrong. Yeah, we have no food. That's fine. Manage supplies, because everything is now in here. So we're not allowing the use of new items, so we're going to eat these. We're going to eat all this crafted stuff, which we've just used up, unfortunately. Crafting. Okay. So first of all, okay, Dervin's staying because we need crafting to be done. Who else was in the village? Gathering for sure. We got people. Okay, Tozia at 11, huh? And 11 is 3 on the spider silk, but I don't need that much spider silk, honestly. I think... because we're not getting the bird meat every turn. So we might as well put the new guy here and take the really good gatherer out into the field with us. That's going to leave... every 4 turns we're getting spider silk instead of every 3 turns. That's fine. Getting wood every turn, getting bird meat every 2 turns, getting spider silk every 4 turns. And then under crafting, we had Dervin, who's our best crafter, and Izbigniew, probably, because you also have decent crafting skill, because you have a hammer. And I guess everybody else can just go out. I think leaving 5 people in town is sufficient. So we'll do that. We'll do that next turn. In the meantime, equipment. Let's see. What can you even use? I mean, nothing. Got another bad quality silk tunic. Everybody is basically kitted out, right? You two aren't. Alright, well. Got a little bit more defense. Got the spider silk, might as well use it. Alright, then we'll leave... Feels a bit weird leaving the medic behind, but I mean, that's just kind of how things worked out. Then if we take... The other problem is, if we take all 9 people out into an expedition, we're eating a lot of food, and most of these people aren't really doing a lot of gathering. So... let's see, if our goal is the quartz, well... you know what? We're going to unlock the obsidian. And what does that lead us to? Moonstone. First 3 points. Okay, so I haven't seen granite or obsidian anywhere, so this will show us something. Okay, it's actually not that far. Just a little bit further. Okay, so it's not bad. So it's the closest source of obsidian. We also got 5 in the town. So I guess we're going to go out this way. There are actually a couple of layers along the way, so we will clear both of them. And then maybe we'll camp on the obsidian with one group. Well, this is actually a pretty big party. So how about instead of that, we'll just go here for now. Gathering that, well, regardless, we moved this turn.
A small group of refugees is seen travelling near your village.
Oh, we actually have a full village, so we could just attack them. And gain some benefits from that. I don't know that we really want to, though. Let's be nice. We may get cursed again if we did that.
The people look scared and worn out, but they do have some decent-looking fighters with them. An older man walks up to you to speak.
We are not looking for trouble, nor do we seek anything from your village. We would have chosen a path more remote, but this one seemed easier for us to travel. Our home was taken by an Orcish clan, and we now travel south to seek our fortunes elsewhere.
Right, but you have some fighters. Don't you want to win back your home?
Well, we tried to fight, but failed. And truth be told, we stayed put for too long. But you know what? These brutes, they killed a bunch of our people and took much of our goods. So if you want to try and beat them, be our guests. We had a sizable lumber mill and a small quarry, so not only will you avenge our people, you'll be well rewarded, you know.
Thanks. We may check it out.
Our pleasure. The road will be lighter knowing that revenge may be at hand.
Okay, well, you know what? We're going to try this, because we've got everybody in the town, so we actually got lucky with the timing on this, because everybody is in the town. So why don't you stay with us instead of going south? We have a strong village, we're growing. Together, we would make a real force to be reckoned with. Also, we can try to steal their supplies, we can... No, we're gonna...
I seek to find my roots and return to a homeland long forgotten, but I cannot speak for all my people. Speak to them if they want. I will not stand in their way.
Our village has lasted for 100 years under the protection of the gods, and now it is our time to thrive. Join us, stand up to the orcs and anyone else who tries to beat us. 7 scavengers. Oh. Scavengers aren't going to make the best additions to my camp, but, I mean, I guess we could deliberately fail this challenge. Well, depending on how this works, that might actually be an option. Might not be an option. If our stats are high enough, then we actually wouldn't have the option of failing. Okay, we're going to play you first. You have the highest damage. Yeah, okay, they're not particularly good at this. Oh yeah, see now, look at that. 3. Okay, we're just gonna play a bunch of people. Actually, the goblin would have been better than that because he does 6 damage. In case they played somebody who had more than 4 health. Oh well. No, we haven't even touched on this. Okay, well we're gonna counter tactic, get rid of that scavenger. With support ally. Oh, intelligence. Okay, there we go. We now do done enough damage to one-shot the scavenger. And then I guess none of this really matters. Sure, we'll just support the goblin with everything. For the sake of being ludicrous. He could potentially be taking quite a few hits, actually, but whatever. You've got this.
At first, people shake their heads and murmur. Most turn away from you and start preparing for the road, but one mother comes up with her twins. I will not stay. I must go where my forefathers take me. But my children are too small to survive the road and its perils. Please, take them in.
We would want healthy adults, but I guess we'll take more kids.
You spoke well, and we thank you for your kind offer. But our forefathers call to us, and we must answer. Good fortune to you.
That's not what this just said. Seeing you take the twins, another parent brings their own and decides to stay with you also. Okay, so we actually got a 3rd child, and... can I... Okay, I can. A hunter. Okay, well that's significantly better than a scavenger. So that's good. Ooh, 5 gathering. There we go. See, we could have used this a little bit earlier, that option. Somebody who's knowledgeable about curses. I mean, with 1 curse in our entire party, I'm sure we would have failed the, was it the Baba Yeta? I forget what that was called. that particular challenge. But yes, we'll take the hunter, and comes with a bad quality crossbow, but it is, I believe, our first ranged weapon, so that's nice. Great. Also got some food, and the refugees are down there. Okay, well, and just like that, we're up to 15 people. Okay. However, we only have 10 days worth of food in our entire camp. Yeah, we can't stay here like this. We're gonna have to... Okay, technically we have a little bit more than that, because this food isn't showing up, but... Yeah, we have to split off. And at this point, we're leaving 5 here. It might actually make more sense to have 2 separate parties of 5 and have one of them just kind of hanging around here gathering, I don't know, this darkwood and seaweed, or darkwood and meat, maybe. I'm just gathering that. Was there other darkwood? I thought there was other darkwood in this area. Guess that was down there. A wicker, right? I never unlocked that. Alright. Or here. Actually, this might not be bad too. Just have a group of 5 people staying here, gathering mushrooms and vegetables and wood. And that way, we keep getting food over time. Like, the reason I wanted to camp by the darkwood is because I actually want darkwood for building. But we're switching over to metal, or rather to rock. I don't know why I said metal. Ore. So I guess if we're gonna get this obsidian, it's just gonna be like 300 per 4 or something stupid. This is gonna take forever to harvest. But that's where we're gonna have the best gatherers. And we can have some slightly less good gatherers that'll be self-sufficient here. And that way they're not eating up our food. So actually, we probably want to craft some more baskets. Because we would like to give baskets to all of the non-gatherers at this point. I know this is going into a bit of a long episode. I'm gonna finish when I'm done here, but I just need to examine some things. Okay, we got this. I guess I was gonna use the wicker for building, but no, I should use the wicker for this. That would make much more sense. Just build. I mean, I can gather more wicker, right? Oh no, I didn't unlock it. I have cane. That's what I can unlock. What was I gonna build with that? Oh no, I'm gonna use obsidian instead. So, or darkwood. Yeah, I'm not building out of wicker. What was I thinking? No, wicker is too valuable for us. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Confirm. Max that out. We're actually gonna put that at the top, because what seems to happen here. 19 turns of baskets. But I mean, they're light, and it would really help to give them to as many people as possible, so we're just gonna do that. We need more food. What does need more food? This is terrible. Everything's terrible. Okay, anyway, yeah, so as I was saying, I'm putting this at the top because what seems to happen is when they finish what they're doing, the next recipe bumps up, and then they'll start working on that. Just keep you busy with the meat stews. But if they finish the last thing, they don't bump up. It's only the recipes that bump up. They just get bumped into doing nothing. So by putting this first, I'm having you switch back to the meat stew when you're done here. Okay. Okay, so that was a very productive episode. All kinds of exciting curse type stuff. We had the food situation under control until our village grew a whole bunch and we gave 100 units of food to our ancestors. Yeah, that's going to be it for this part. In the next part, we're going to actually split off 2 different expeditions, I think. That'll be exciting. I will see you then.